I would love, I think one of the last things, if you will allow me to ask you one last question, of course. Through your whole journey as a content creator, someone who's done Vocaloid, someone who's done podcasts, someone who's done voice acting, someone who is now doing VTubing, what final message, whether it's advice or something you just want to say to people, like what would you say if you could say like one thing?
That's so tough. That's like so tough.
Hard-hitting question.
For content-wise,
yes.
For a long time, I would get messages where people would ask me, what username should I go by? What name should I do? All this. And it'd be all these like little minute details that they could decide on. And to me, the biggest, I think, advice I can give is just do it. Just like literally don't even, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, if you really care, change your name later. It doesn't matter. Like just start. Like I had at this point in my life, it's a little harder because I'm like, I am too grounded in reality, but I just had like stupidity in my brain and I was impulsive and I just wanted it was like, what is it? It was like caveman. I was like, I want to be Miku. And that was it. And I just kept wanting to be Miku. It gave me a rush of adrenaline. And it was so much fun. And I think people are like overthinking it, like way too much. Just like, even if you don't have a mic, like so many people are like, I saw that trend on Twitter where they're like, we don't judge here about Utaite stuff. And being like, I recorded on on my headphones. Or like I recorded in a bathroom or like it doesn't matter. Like if you just start somewhere, even if the first 10 covers you do or 10 whatevers that you do are trash, you're not gonna know they're trash, and they're not trash, but
relative to where you want to be, everyone feels pressure to be good already, right? As a lot of perfectionists, especially, where they're like, why would I release a cover when I know it's not going to sound as good as it will in like 2 years? Well, because if you don't, you're never going to get to 2-year mark. You know what I mean? So yeah, that makes total sense.
Be bad. Make mistakes.
Right.
Make them all,
Off of your username comment, mine, without the A, is literally Dorn in Polish. So it is quite literally just the feminization of a word in Polish that means dorn, because I have like thorn and roses as like, you know what I mean? So I think it's very true. Like, Sailor Moon, Bunny, JubyPhonics, you know what I mean? Eventually you grow into it regardless, right? And it becomes yours. So I think that's really good advice. You said
never think about anything that you do.
Right. Brain empty, gas on, full throttle.
Have fun, and even if you put it on YouTube and only 6 people ever watch it, those 6 people gave me a rush of adrenaline.
Right. And those 6 people also gave time and like clicked on your, like that's crazy. Out of every video they could click, they clicked yours. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think even, I have to say, from day one, it was fun.
Right.
Like, why put it off? Why, wait around and be like, I have to have a persona first. Just like,
right.
You don't have to do anything.
There's so much pressure on people breaking into content creation nowadays. Just
like,
do
you
it.
Absolutely don't. Not to do that old meme, but yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. I didn't know that meme. Just do it.
Habit.
My first streams were nothing on my screen, just me with a Blue Yeti mic, by the way, not sponsored. Blue Yeti mic, playing Valorant. That was it.
Heck yeah.
So just do it. In terms of content creation, just do it. You said that was for content. Was there another thing you wanted to say?
For not content, for mental health wise.
Right.
I know that people get online and they act like everything is so easy and it's flawless, and it's like I'm constantly like astounded that people are like filming videos in their house and it's like a immaculate clean house, and I'm like, how? And I'm always like, how?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And they hire people,
right.
but it's like, how do they do all this flawlessly? Like, it's like, oh yeah, people can stream like, you know, 6 days a week, and
right,
not seem like it's affecting them at all, and it's not true. There's some people who are freaks.
The outliers of it all.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, the people behind it are either trying really, really hard to not show things like that,
right,
or they're really trying hard to like balance, you know, the mental health, because the thing is that it gets so tiring.
Right.
It really does. Like, I know, sure, we're not like, you know, working construction jobs, but like there's something, you know, it's a different type of drain. You know, creative work is work. You know, doing anything with content is still going to be, you know, especially putting yourself out there in an emotional sense. It's like you have, you know, little syringes of these things, and they do run out. So don't try to compare yourself to people who are putting out so much content all the time.
Right.
Even for me, I'm like, if I were to look at myself and my content, I'd be like, ooh, she must be tired.
Right.
I am.
Right.
But I also, you know, I've learned to try to you know, outsource the help, or, you know, just put boundaries on things, because it is better to be consistent in what you create, rather than doing just huge chunks and then burning yourself out for the year, you know. That is that other advice.
Right. 110%, I agree. Very important.
Don't hurt yourself over it.
Right. And good on you for being able to look at the work you do and be like, yeah, I'd be tired. You know what I mean? Because imposter syndrome's huge too, where it's just like, oh, you know, like, do I really do anything? And then you're like,
no.
Speaking of anything, I just made a whole business off of my singing, and you know what I mean?
Eat into it. Yeah. Like, no, every moment is grueling. Having to write an email is so
Where do I put the period?
There are days. And like, I can only say it now because I've just like, I've gone through so many years of like not taking weekends and knowing that holidays are like big in content creation.
Right.
Work harder on those. But there are things you're never going to get back.
Right.
There are, you know, limits that your brain has, and sometimes your body has with stress. So, yeah, don't overdo it. It's not worth it.
100%. In anything, don't overdo it, you know?
Exactly.
Your body and your brain come first.
Exactly.